Megan Hicks of I Run Far. I'm with Pablo Villa. It's a couple days before the 2025 Transvulcania Ultra. Hi, how are you?
Very good. I can't wait to start to run. These previous days are the worst because you want to start and you have to wait, relax it. It's not easy.
Yeah, you come to the island, there's this anticipation, and then there's the waiting days, right?
Yeah, now you have to take care about your nutrition, your strategy during the race, check the weather a little bit, choose your shoes, choose your material. But yes, it's part of the game, I would say.
Even though this is not your home territory, I mean, it kind of is. You have come to the Canary Islands for racing many times.
Yeah.
You've been to Transvulcania a couple times. You were here last year to take sixth. How familiar does it feel to you? Does it feel fairly comfortable?
Yes, for sure. My experience here in Canary Islands were always good. In the other islands in Gran Canaria, I could win Trans Gran Canaria a couple of times. I was the Spanish championship here in Canary Islands. So yes, I feel like comfortable in this area, like at home. I know the landscapes, and for sure I love the heat weather, so I feel super comfortable with this weather.
The further you come south, the warmer it gets, and you feel the heat and the warm. And
yeah, for sure. I prefer this weather than cold weather. The cold weather destroys me, so now I'm happy because I know that it's not possible cold weather in this edition of the race.
What's really interesting about you, to me, is how long you've been ultra running. You are now in your mid-30s, is that correct?
Yeah, 36, actually.
And you started running when you were 20, is that right?
I could say my first dry running race probably was when I was 19, in 2008, probably. But the first long race was the next year, in 2009, in Picos de Europa, in the north of Spain. And I was like 21 years, and it's true that I had like different episodes in my career. I started with long distance, then I moved to a bit of sky running, short races, but always combining with a long race per season. So yes, it's a long time.
And you've done so many different things over the years. Like you said, you did sky running.
Yep.
You've been to the UTMB races.
Yeah.
You've been to all these island races.
Yep.
You've served on Team Spain at the Trail World Championships at least 4 times?
5 times.
5 times.
Yeah.
You have seen many things in the sport change over the years.
Of things.
I mean, what do you, like when you just zoom out for a second and you think about all the changes that you've seen in the sport in 16 years, what do you think about?
Yeah, it's crazy. When I remember my first races, the material was completely different. Now we have super shoes, lighter, and for sure, for me the most important change was the nutrition. It's completely different. The strategies, the knowledge that we have of the nutrition, and for sure the training methods. So at the end, trail running I think is a young sport, so it's growing and growing. But at this moment it's getting more professional, and it's because every year we can see breaking records in everywhere. So it's because they improve with the material and nutrition and training.
I want to ask you a little bit about this island, La Palma. You've been coming here many times.
Yeah.
You've seen lots of change. It's had some hardship in the last 5 years with the isolation due to COVID.
Yeah.
No races, no tourists, and then it experienced both a wildfire and a volcano.
Yeah.
But now, the island seems to have recovered. You feel and see this resilience, this bouncing back. What's it like for you to see the island in all these different ways over the years?
Yeah, it makes me happy because, for example, yesterday I was in Los Llanos and we saw multiple new shops open. So it's a good sign that everything is growing and better than after the lockdown or the terrible volcano. Yes, I am happy because is in this, especially in this island, the community is very close with the trail running. Everybody in the island understand what means trail running and have knowledge about the runners, the elite runners, and makes you special because it's usual that you are close with people that know you because the trail running, no? So
you're famous on La Palma.
Yes, more not at the level of other sports for sure, but in this island, everybody is familiarized with the trail running community, so it's cool.
Let me ask you also about this race. This is the 15th anniversary this year. You were here last year, and then there was a gap of time. You were here maybe 10 years ago, something like that.
My first time, 11 years ago, my first time. Yeah.
It's also a very different race over the years, but to me what's unique is that it has stayed independent. It sort of marches to the beat of its own drum. It keeps its own personality despite... I don't know, just the sport changing so quick around it.
Yeah, I think, yes, my first experience here in 2014, I remember that was one of the key events of the season. A lot of very good runners were here, Luis Alberto, Kilian, Timothy also, Dakota. The level was high. Then I think the race had like a kind of break with the level of runners went a bit down, but now I think it's coming back stronger. And one thing that I love of this race is always the same track circuit. Is starting in the lighthouse of, I don't remember the name of Fuencaliente lighthouse. Across the island for the middle, and go down fast to Tazacorte and end in Los Llanos. So it's 15 years the same circuit, so you can compare the times, the everything that I love. Yes, I think now the race is still with this special environment, community, and I think I love this race because this is a bit different of the rest of races.
Let's talk about the course specifically for a second. It's an island course, it's a volcano course. You start at sea level, you go all the way to the high point of the island, and then you descend back to sea level really quickly. When you think about the course and you think about yourself on it, how do you think about strategy and how you're going to take this very unique terrain?
I think, as you said, you go from the sea level to the top of the island. The top is 2,500 meters, more or less. And you have to take care about when you break the 2,000 meters border. I think it's a key moment of the race because in altitude the body was a bit different. And then you have a very, very long downhill.
So long, it's a 2,500 meter downhill.
From the top to the sea level again. And I think these two moments, running in high altitude and the big descent, are the key moments of the race. And also the heat, if you don't feel comfortable with heat weather, it could be another problem. Also the cold weather, because at the end you are running at 2,500 meters and could be bad weather, cloudy or foggy, or also raining day. But yes, I think the strategy would be patient until 2,000 meters border, and then is the key moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once you get above 2,000, and then also the long downhill is the other one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the two key for me, the two key moments.
And then a question about your preparation. It's early May. It's kind of early season for some people. Some people are coming off of ski seasons. I think you said off camera that you do cycling in the winter. What has your spring training looked like?
I combine the full year bike, cycling and running, and also strength workouts on the gym. And actually I am in the middle of my season, so because I did a build up for Tenerife Blue Trail and this race. I was 3 weeks in Sierra Nevada in the south of Spain. It's an area for training in high altitude. And yes, this is a key moment of my season, and hopefully I need another chance to get a ticket for UTMB in June.
Got it.
If I get my ticket, my goal would be UTMB end of August.
What's the race in June that you'll do for your ticket?
Mozart 100.
Ah, got it. Mozart.
In Austria.
In Austria.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So maybe for you, your season is a little bit further started than other people who come off of skis.
Yes, depends. At the end in winter, I combine. I mean, I do cycling, but not at competition level. You know,
Okay.
I combine the cycling with running do my build up. And yes, now I am in one of the key moments of the season. Okay. Now with this race, and then with Mozart to get the ticket. And depends if I get the ticket. I spend the summer preparing the UTMB, and after UTMB the season for me. So maybe other people is still competing after end of August, but in my case, if I do a good race or a good training block, I need a race after a challenge like UTMB.
Cool. Best of luck to you this weekend at Transvulcania, as well as getting your UTMB ticket.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.